Now, I may cut a section out, so if I repeat myself, we'll see. Basically, what I done is went to the house, and you'll see this mark here. That's kind of the general area that I want this dryer hole to fit in. So that way I can mill down on each side of this and mount, you know, basically some of this is going, I'm going to leave 1/4 inch walls. So somewhere down here will be a 1/4 inch wall and a flat. But this area here is going to be bored out where I'm fixing to put the center. So instead of fighting a lot of crap on the mill, I'm going to make a really light mark so I can just find center, eyeball my center off the mill right here, and then we're going to move off of this, and all this will be bored out anyways. This just saved me effort on the mill. I can just take the center. There we go. So now I have a center, so make it easier, because this don't have to be perfect, but I want it close. I mean, if this is off 10, 12, 15 thousandths, it'll be fine. But I don't want to have to spend a lot of time fighting center in the mill. Alright, you see what I've done. Like I said, this isn't accurate, but that's pretty much going to give me my 0 points that I really need. So right now I'm going to kind of just lock my x-axis here. This one lock over here needs some work. I might have to take it apart and fix them. Okay, I'm locked. Okay, now obviously I'm going to do something different with the head, but that just lines me up. So do you see what I'm doing? I'm just, instead of going through a lot of trouble for something that's not really that precise, I need to work on something else I just noticed, but I'm going to turn the DRO on right now, and I'm going to set X and Y 0 so I can move this table. Let's give it a second to come on. Okay. So now I've got 0, so I can move anything I need to move to fix something I just don't like right now. So I'm going to fix it. I thought I had that shim down. So I'm going to go take you off camera and line everything up. I kind of laid this out in my head. And that's where the mark come in handy. See, I want the finished wall to be about a 1/4 inch thick here. The hole's going to be right close to 2 1/4 inches, 250. About a little under 200. So I mean, this don't have to be exact 1/4, but that's what I'm shooting for. So what I did was just more or less started from here, 1/4 inch, and then moved the scale down to 1 1/8. So my hole will literally be about right here that I'm boring. And then we'll go back and flatten this end, and then once we get the hole, and then you'll have to understand, we'll go and be this way, basically 1 1/4 inch. So that way we can make a wall down this side and a wall down that side, and that's why I wanted a round piece. So this will be round here. So that's going to work. That's what we want. So now we'll just work from there. Now let me just get the right speeds for drilling, because this thing's cranked all the blooming heck up. And we'll get it back to drilling speeds, and then we'll put a center hole, and then we'll open the hole up as big as we can. So let me get kind of big a hole as we've got in a couple of 3 steps. Okay, here comes the first hole. Okay, now this has been a slow process, and I know you've seen other clips, and you'll see a clip somewhere in the middle of this showing basically how, this is another day, and I'm going to tell you, this is, the biggest problem I have is I don't have large drill bits. So basically what I'm doing is going in with the boring head and moving it about a half a turn, and it's boring, and it's keep moving it out. I'm not even at 2 inches yet. You can see I'm making a pretty healthy little cut, and the chips are actually messing my finish up. You'll see how they're slinging. It up here, taking my pliers, which I don't want to get cut, walking over here and flipping this in the garbage can, and then turning back and making another, bring it around, bring it down, just cut it, and just loosen up all the screws just a hair, put the one in the back, half around. See, I need this to be about 2 1/4, almost 2 1/4 inches. So this has got a long way to go. I'm gonna be safe right here before I go any further. Oh, I don't know, I may have not turned the camera on, so I must have not. All right, this is the finished bore, what you're seeing now. Now, right now, I've got my X set at 0, and I'm going to go to the house and get the hair dryer and come back, and we're going to move everything over and check it, make sure that it'll fit before we go back to doing anything else. Here we go. I already checked it, obviously. See, I want it a little loose, but it's got a little taper, so let's see how that's going to set. It's actually, and so when it sets on the wall, you've seen the chicken scratch. So now we can take the boring bar out, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out, I'm going to go ahead, first things first, and go back towards 0. And 0 the machine back out in the x-axis. That'll give us a perfect center, which will be important for everything else we're going to do. Instead of going through and using the wiggler again, this hasn't got to be exact. This is just kind of guesstimate. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to bore this, lower this, and I'm going to move it in there till that center drill gets down in there just like that. I think, let me see if you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, well, you can barely. Let me see if I can get you a little closer. Now, Alright, so what we're doing, again, this isn't super precise, but it's still going to need to be somewhat precise. So we want this to, we're going to have to put a flat on it, and then we're going to mount two screw flats. And so what I'm going to do is just reach in here okay, pull this up. Alright, let me zero my Y right quick. And don't need to move it much. Start with, I got to zero it twice. This method, if you know, for something that's not precise, this is good enough. I just shifted it over 3 thousandths, and since this is 250, I shifted over another 125. And I'll have my center to work with. Okay, that'll be 0 again. So now what we want to do, I've already measured this, but I'll measure it again. I think it's, and I'll clamp it. Again, this is not a precision, but I'm trying to want this to be somewhat by eye, obviously. So I'm approximately 350 thousandths. So now if I go minus another 350, I have a place, and that's going to be the wall. So all I have to do now is draw a line with the milling machine and the end of the center drill to make a little scribe line to give me something to mill to. Okay, so now, well, it didn't scribe on that side. It may just be a bit crooked, and if it's off a little bit, it's going to show right here. Could have shifted into parallels just a hair. If it did, then that's going to show, but we'll keep a little pressure on it. We're going to scribe this off anyway. We're milling to this line, so there we go. Now again, this is, I've still got a little bit. Let me get this thing. I want a good scratch all the way across. Well, it is moving a little bit in there. You can see it. Well, again, I thought I had it tight. This is to go to show you I didn't. So now when I mill this, well, then kind of get that up through there. There we go. I got enough to line it up by. That's all I want, something to line it up by. And I'm going to actually go back to 0. Here, 9, 2, and see, I already still know where my X0 is. That's important. And I could actually go order, could have set the Y, but it's simple enough to fix that in just a second. I can get it back. I could have saved the position, but let me get it on spot. I'm sitting here running my mouth, not paying attention. 3, 1, 0. Oops, well, 2 tenths. That's close enough for good work. Now, this is for me to mill the line, to line this up and square it. All right, now, all I need to do is basically go back here and retouch this back again, recreate, and then well, I'm gonna have to do that. Let me just go back to 0, which is right here. Well, somewhere. That's 0. So that's the center of the part. That's 0. We know the diameter is 2.4. So half of 2.4 is 2.2. So it's 1.1. So we just go back here, 1 inch 100 thousandths. Now we're in the center of the part this way. Now all we got to do is roll back over here, and so we're going to do the same process. Let me go ahead and reset my Y0 right there now, so I won't have to find it again. And we'll do the same thing, and then we're going to draw lines down this side so we'll know where we're going to mill to. Same process. I'm going to tighten this in the vise a little tighter, even though it isn't perfect, so I have some places to work. And then so I'm not going to bore you with the rest of this. I'll bring you through here. Now what I've done is right now what I'm doing is just milling away the material. I just put in a 1/2 inch end mill, and I'm just cutting it out. And that's all I'm doing. Taking passes. I'm going to do both sides, and we're going to stand it up and do the bottom, obviously. But I want this to end up in a radius. So one of the things you're going to notice is we're going to mill up to the lines, and I made a little mistake. Actually, what's going to happen is I'm going to put this to the bottom, so you won't see it. And I'm just going to use it to the bottom and I might fly cut the top of this when we finish. Clean up all this anyway. So I'm gonna get rid of them. So right now all I'm doing is just sort of move this up and get some of these squares off. I was trying to. I thought in my infinite wisdom there I was going to may end up going back and get me like a 2 flute or something and finishing this, but we'll see. To make a cleaner finish. So I reseeded this before I started this process too. Maybe if we take a light pass there at the end, we'll make it clean up better. But I just got to remove this material right now. There's the top view. We'll have to go in here and countersink a little bit for the screws to mount. But outside of that, we're pretty good shape. All right, so this is how I'm lining it up. You see how that line is dead square right there, and it's square with the milling cutter. So that's what we're going to use for square. We more or less tighten it down, and then we're going to mill it down to the line to give us that 350 thousandths out here for it to hold to. So that's what the plan is. We'll get the milling cutter in, and we're going to put that big mill in. We'll mill it all at one time. All right, I'm going to take another shot here. I'm going to borrow y'all to show you moving another 100 thousandths. Right about here is the line, so we got about a 1/4 inch to go. People have poor ways. I'll let you hang with me a little bit while I put these last few passes in. So we're getting there. We're about 1 or 2 more. We'll have this. We're on. They get close. Let's go with that. That'll make the line right there, I think. That's going to be a hit right there. We're not going to do a lot of fancy passes. We are going to have to cut some mountain holes and stuff like that. So. Pretty much it right there. We're going to call that good right there once it comes across here and I stop. And what I've done is, let's see if this is going to work, not dancing. Look, I'm just going to allow that head to sort of have something to set on. Okay, and then we'll just drill this hole through and see how that looks. We might have to come in here some other way, and that's the, we'll see this. It's kind of see how this turns out once we get the hole through it. So this is, see that the little hole. Oh boy, we ain't got enough quill travel. Boom! I've got some real issues here. I think I touched it. I did. I touched it in 2 spots. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to drill this or not. Okay. I'm going to have to polish it. Dents in it. I didn't realize it. I'm going to have to kind of try to polish them out. Alright, so that's going to hold that one. So let me go over here and we'll touch this other side, and I'll do it.